Ball handling.
What's a topic that you know more about than anybody else in the locker room?
Anything in the outdoors.
You like to go like hiking, backpacking,
Fishing, camping, hiking, all that stuff. So,
if you could choose a walk-up song, your own walk-up song.
I'm not sure. That's a good one. Thunderstruck, maybe. AC/DC.
Nice. I
Thank
think
you.
you win so far.
Yeah, thank you.
Dean, Kenny was saying last week that last summer kind of felt like his hair was on fire, just trying to coach the French team. He's trying to get in great shape with you guys. What kind of, having a full off season with him as a guy who's so focused on player development, what kind of impact can that have on guys?
Oh, I think it's great. He's been super supportive, been everywhere, talking to everyone, and just supporting them along the way, whatever they need, whatever they want, and he's there. And just him being around and showing his support has been big for everyone. Everyone on this team. We've been playing together for a while. Got some older guys, got a lot of experiences, and so they don't need a lot of help. But him just being around and just being there and getting everything organized for the summer has been great for us.
Could there be like another? They always say there's a year one bump with a coach. Could there be another one just because you have a full off season of integration there?
I think so. Last year we had a very successful regular season. I think it can only go from there.
Dean, what would you say was one of the highlights of the season for you guys last year?
Our best highlight, or like our highlight of the season?
Just something.
The first 15 games was pretty cool. New coach, go 15-0 is pretty sweet. And then I think just the first round sweep in the playoffs was big for us last year. So.
How was last year motivation? The way last year ended, motivation for you guys?
I just think we didn't play up to our expectation or like our potential, especially in the second round of the playoffs. And I think that ate at most of everyone after the season, and I think it motivated everyone in the offseason. To wake up, and that's what brought you to workouts and stuff like that. Was that we didn't play to our full potential. We didn't give it our best shot.
Dean, what was your main focus going into the offseason to improve your game coming into this next season?
Just shooting off the ball, flying, shooting off the move, and then making plays in the pocket were my main focuses, and then just staying with the same weight routine I had, and just being consistent every day, and staying my discipline, and just make everything consistent.
Dean, you guys are
Multiple of these different guys have talked a little bit about this offseason, and you guys getting together a little bit earlier, over a month now. What have you learned about this group in particular coming into the next year?
I think the motivation, you see it on every player. Even every workout you see it. Guys are hungry. They're ready. They're fighting all right now. And so it's a very motivated group. And with 1 year more of experience under our belts, it's a scary sight. And but this group is very, very motivated. Great. We're obviously all very good friends and stuff like that. But you get on the court and it's all business.
Dean, how important is it to continue to be a star in your role?
It's the most important thing you can do. The team relies on you to do your role, do your part, and if you can be a star in your role, that's the best thing you can do for the team. And if you don't fulfill your role or what your potential is, then you're letting the team down in some aspects of life. So, that's the biggest thing is just know your role and do it to the best of your ability.
Dean, did you see your name in trade rumors this offseason?
Yeah, saw my name in a few.
How difficult was that?
It was different for sure, but it's nice to see the value that I hold here is also the value that other teams have for me. So it's nice to see out there. It's different. It definitely isn't the best feeling, but if you're going to spin it on a positive light, that's the only positive out of the whole thing.
Did you have any conversations with team decision makers to kind of reaffirm your place within this organization?
No, not really about that. But I feel very confident, and I feel very, those guys treated me amazing, and they still treat me amazing. I talk to them all the time, just not about anything like that. They just keep me very positive. So, I understand the NBA is a business. It is what it is, and so I don't take anything like that like personal or anything. So.
There have obviously been personnel changes on this roster. How do you expect this team to look different than last year's?
I think just a little more experience. We lost Ty, a bunch of our bench scoring, but we got we got Lonzo. He's just a point guard to the tee. He's looking for his teammates, getting them open, stuff like that. And then, Evan is, 1 year more of experience for him, and he's gonna run the, he's so good. It's crazy. But him with 1 more year of experience, we've been through a couple more battles with each other. But then, we got some backup bigs this year, so we can kind of, run a gun this year. It's last year's team was really good, and so I think this year's team's just as good.
How would you characterize the difference in Evan Mobley, the one that you've been watching this offseason is really good, to the one that ended last year?
I just say the word, like, he is laser focused right now. I think he knows what he wants his career to be and what he wants to be as a player, and so he's, the focus he has in workouts, lifts, everything is like unbelievable, and so just seeing that has been a big change.
You mentioned knowing your role. You also talked about some of the personnel changes. What does that? How do you sort of envision that role is for you in year 2 with Kevin?
I think it just, I'm one of the better defenders in the NBA, so do my job, go out there, guard, as hard as I can, and just be in the right spots on offense, and just kind of, play off, our playmakers, DG, Don, all those guys, just play, where they need me is where I'm going to be. So that's my role.
Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.